Hello everyone, and welcome back to another daily challenge. I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe and doing things with your family while we're fighting off this virus. Now, in the last video, we talked about making some newspaper supports, rolling them and making some tubes or these newspaper supports, as we called them. Okay, so here I have a whole bunch of different sizes. Okay, and this is what you'll get when you roll newspapers up, because they're not going to be consistent. They will be different sizes, which is okay because we can cut them, right? Now what we're going to do today is we're going to make a bridge. Okay, and this is a quick prototype of what we can work on. Okay, and it does involve tape, and as you have noticed, and it's not too difficult to build, but you know, we're going to do maybe one side at a time. And on my prototype, I messed up a little bit because I have the wrong size. So I didn't plan the start very well. Maybe we can work on that as we're building. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside for a second, and what I want to try to do is maybe, sorry if I have a little bit of the sniffles, but I'm still working on this cold. It doesn't seem to want to go away. I want to get a couple of pieces that are approximately the same size or same length, and maybe this time what I'll do is I'll try to pick the longest ones. So these two seem to be about the right length, okay, or the same length. They're probably maybe out of my frame, I'm not sure. So I'm going to move all these off to the side, okay. And now we need to make both of our side trusses, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm putting one of these away here. I'm actually going to maybe leave this leaning up right here. I'm going to use one, I'll put one off to this side, and I have put some pieces of tape of various length on the side of my table, which I suggest you do. If you haven't, you may want to stop the video and get your tape and put a whole bunch of pieces out already to begin with, okay? It just makes the building a lot easier, especially if you're building by yourself, okay? If you have some help, with a sibling or someone else living in your house, that would be great. Or if you have a super talented pet that could help you do this, that would be pretty cool. Now, what we're going to do first is we need one length for the bottom, and then we need a length for the top. So now you can just pick any shape you want. Okay, and what we'll do first, I think, is we will cut our short trusses. Now, there is no distance here. I didn't specify a distance. I'm leaving it completely up to you. You can make it a little bigger, a little shorter, however you want to do that. I'm just, there was no real set idea of what size to make it, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take a piece and maybe just get an idea of how big I want to make it, okay? Maybe right to there. Put my finger there, and then I'm going to cut it. Okay, now is where you need a few of these extra pieces of tape to tape up your ends, okay? And before I tape this on, I want to make another piece the same size, right? I want one on each side, okay? Or if you want to avoid having different sizes later on, we can measure them all the same size. Now here I need more tape on both. I'm actually going to maybe make it half the size. So this is going to unravel on me because I've cut a spot where there is no tape. Okay, there's two. Now I think I'm going to want two more. So I'm going to cut, there's one. And then put some tape on before I cut the next one. There's two. And actually that's 3. And here is number 4. And here, yeah, there is no tape on any of it because this is cut out from the middle. So I'm going to just use some small pieces. And there. Now I have my 4 pieces. Okay. I have the 4 pieces that I want to use. I'm not sure if I might need more. It's hard to say. So let's put them together. Okay, so we'll start at the corner like this. That's probably a decent angle, I think. Okay, and I got a piece that's fairly long. I'm going to move this up so you can see it better. There, that's better. A piece of tape that's fairly long, and I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to tape it across that way, and I'm going to just lift it up. I'm going to keep the angle the same, and I'm just going to fold the tape underneath like that for now. Okay, I'm going to go on the other side as well after we finish this. Okay, I'm going to take another one and do about the same angle, right, and go like this. Now the tape I'm using is just basic dollar store tape. Not the best tape to use, but you know what? It works. Okay, and for what we want to do, it will work just fine. Okay, now these are all the same length, so I need to make them even at the top like that. Okay, so I think what I'll do first is I'll tape my top trusses there. Okay, one there and one there. And then I think I'll tape this one over here too. And then I'll figure out the angle in the middle after. Now I can put a piece on top to see, does it look about even? Yeah, it's pretty close. And it's not going to be an exact science, so this works just fine, I believe. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's tape these 2 pieces here. We need to put more tape on. Okay, we'll do one there and one there. Okay, just tape them up, tape it up, tape this up, and tape this up. Okay, there we go. Now I want to put my piece on the top. I want to go from there to there. Okay, so I'm going to actually give it a little more room. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of an overhang on top, that will work just fine. So I cut it, and it's a little easier to cut these too. If we use skewers, you'd have to use a wire cutter to cut them or snap them, right? So I put this up here. I have a little more tape. I'm going to just do it this way, and this time I'm going to be able to just wrap it right around. There. That's good. And we'll wrap this one around. This is good. Okay, and this is one done. Now what you can do, I'm not going to do it, but you can do it at home, is you can actually put another small one in the middle here. Okay, or you can put one piece here and one piece there. Right? Actually, you know what? Let's do that, because I do have 2 pieces here that are almost the right size. So let's make them the same size. If my video's too long, then I'll just edit something out. Okay, let's put these on quick. So now what I've done is I've made extra triangles. Okay, and I think I'm going to tape this one around like this, and I'm going to put this one around like that. And I have a little tiny short piece. I'll have to make some more. Okay, and I'm going to go like this, wrap it around here, and wrap this one around here. Okay, I'm out of tape. I need to make some more pieces. So now what I'm going to do, if you didn't see that, I flipped it over. Okay, I want to put maybe just a few more pieces on in different spots. Okay, just to keep it a little stronger. So there's some spots here on the other side that I want to put some pieces just to wrap it tighter, because I think it could use some reinforcement from both sides. Okay, the top is good. These corners, I think I want to do a little more on the bottom. And now we have one side of our bridge finished. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that. I'm going to move the bridge out of the way. Now I'm going to try to copy it. Now remember the piece that we had that was the same size? We want that one now. And we're going to leave this one here because we want to put it on top to make sure they're almost the same size. I'm actually going to take some more tape off right now. So for anybody watching this video who is a Hetherington Hawk, some of this will not be unfamiliar to you, as especially the grade 3s, as we've done a lot of the structure work in building. If you're not from our school and you haven't done this sort of thing before, I'm glad you had a chance to take a look and join us. So here we go. I'm gonna look on this one, and I'm gonna actually try to make my pieces the same size or close to the same size. Okay, you can measure it if you want, and you can measure all of them and cut, you know, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them at once. Okay, I'm just expediting things a little bit here, which means I'm just speeding the process up a little. But if you want to measure them and make them exact, you can. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to cut. Now I need to tape this piece. Oh, it's going to fall apart when I cut it. I'm going to cut. I need 3 more. Okay, there's a small piece. There's my second one. Yeah, I can't cut that one. Second one. And here is my third one. Does it need some tape? Yes, it does need a little piece right there. Okay, there is number 3. As you can tell, they're thicker, and that's okay. It won't matter. Okay, and this is number 4. So the pieces you cut off, save them, right? Because you just might need them for something else. And there we go. There's my 4 pieces. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put some tape on the corner. I'm not 100% sure on the angle yet, because we can actually lay it over top and do that. Put this one over here because the tape will allow some flexibility when we put it all together. Okay, so we'll actually tape it around now to secure it, and see it does move a little bit. Okay, so we can change it. That one came right off. That's not good. Okay, there we go. So we can change it around a little bit when we want to look at the size. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're putting these together. Okay, and let's tape it up now. And I'm not gonna tape this one up yet on the bottom, because I want to take a look and see what our height is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to tape these 2 together. That's a pretty long piece of tape. That's okay, it'll work. All right, you wrap it around like that. Okay. Now I need another piece, because I need a piece on the top. Okay, now what we want to do is maybe put one over top of the other, because you want them to be close to the same, right? It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but so now I have it over top. I'm going to put a piece of tape on there, and I'm going to put a piece of tape on There. Okay, now I'm going to wrap it around because that's the height I want. Right? And don't worry about if there's pieces sticking out, we can fix it later. Pushing that ahead. Now I want my top. I'm going to cut it. Remember, you can have a little overhang. It doesn't have to be exact. Right? A little overhang's not a bad thing. And this needs a little piece of tape on it because there isn't any on the end. I don't want it coming unraveled. Okay, and now we'll put a piece there and a piece there. Okay, and they're both then roughly the same size. And we did add these two cross pieces in there, which will help build our triangle shapes, because we all know that triangles are super strong. Now they're not quite even, but you know what? I'm going to use them because they're close enough to the right size. And ideally, if you don't have to cut a piece, then don't cut it. Then you're not wasting any. Okay, so now I'm going to put a piece up there. I'm going to put a piece right there and a piece right there. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it around. Tape there, flip it around, squish the tape together. Squish it around and push the tape together. And if you leave these overnight, you may find that you have to do a little repair work on the tape, because if it's dollar store tape, it doesn't hold for that long, but it holds long enough for us to work on it. Okay, so now we have our two sides. Now we need to put our pieces in the middle, and here again, it's entirely up to you how wide you want to make it. Okay, I have a piece here already that is left over, and I think yeah, that's kind of nice wide piece. Now here you can decide if you want to put it attaching like that, or if you want to put the pieces on top like this. Okay, because you may want to put something on the pieces. So this, if that's the case, these are too small. I have another scrap piece over here. So if I go like this and like this, yeah, that's a little too long, but I can cut that. Okay, I think I like this width a little better. So I've put my finger where I want to cut it. So I'm going to let them drop. So this is what I want to do. I want to cut it there. Okay, and now this is my width. Now let's see, how many do we want? I want to put one there. One there. Maybe I'll put I'll stay away from the corners because the corners has a lot of tape on it. Maybe I'll put one there, I'll put one in the middle, and I'll put one in the end. Okay, and then I need 1, 2, 3 on the top. So I need 6 in total. I have 1. I need 5 more. Okay, so I'm just randomly taking one of my, well, first I need to make some tape pieces. Okay, I'm going to make a few small ones because I need those to hold the rolls together as I cut them. Okay, and I'm going to make a few long ones too, so that when I put these support pieces on the bridge, I have them ready to roll. I'm sure I'll need some more, so that's good for now. Okay, let's tape. Yeah, let's tape this one together before we cut a new one. Okay, and here we go. Let's cut. How many? I need 6. So there is 1. I'm going to tape them up after. There is 2. That's too short. Here, 3 more. That's 3 total. There's 4. Plus the one I have is 5. There's 5. I need 1 more. 6. 6. There we go. Okay. I think these are actually holding pretty well, and the tape that we use should work fine. So let's put them on. I'm going to put one near the end. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape on here, and I'm resting it on the bridge, not next to it. I'm resting it on the bridge because if I want to put something on it, it provides more support. Okay, and by all means, you know, you can actually lay some popsicle sticks on these, and you can try and have things crossing it. Try some cars, or cars with some weights, or you have little toy animals. You can put them on as well. Okay, see what the bridge can hold, because we are going to talk about testing it when we're done. Okay, this is the tricky part. This is where you might need a second hand. Right? It feels like it's kind of falling apart a little bit, but that's okay. And I think what we'll do is, just to make it a little more stable to build. See, it's kind of falling down on me here. I'm going to need somebody to help me hold it. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put one on the top. Put it in a little bit so I can wrap my tape around. All right, I need a spot for the tape to hold. We're going to put a little more tape on this when we're done. Okay, make it a little more secure. Okay, and now I can just hold on. And go like this. And am I crooked? I think I'm pretty good. Okay, and there we go. Now it'll hold a little better so we can get our pieces on. I'm going to suggest that you work on the bottom first. It's easier to fit your hands inside when there's nothing on the top that's blocking it. Okay, and we're going to need to flip it upside down and put a little more tape on it. Okay, need a few more pieces. We're almost there. Go like this. Wrap it around. Lift it up. And you can always adjust these. They don't have to be exactly in the middle. You can add more if you want to. If you have more newspaper tubes, you can always add more. And now I want one more at the bottom here. See, I'm kind of coming apart. I need to put a piece down here as well. All right, there we go. That's better. Now, put my tape on. I'm gonna do a little smarter this time. I'm gonna go like this. Put a piece on each side. Okay, and I'm gonna tape one side down. That, and I'm gonna tape the other side down. And like I said before, it doesn't matter where it goes. I don't have a set distance where it goes a certain distance from the edge of the bridge. Okay, just kind of eyeball it. I need 4 pieces. I'm going to do the same thing. Do the same thing. I'm going to put one, let's say right there. Let me wrap it a little bit. I'm going to put one, I already got a piece, right here. Wrap it. Okay, there we go so far. And you may notice that right now it's doing this. Okay. And there's a reason it's doing that, and we'll talk about that in just a second when I finish this. So this one I'm actually gonna put and just tape it around this other part that's there. Okay, so now there's our bridge. But yes, it is going like this a little bit too much. And it's not moving this way because we have all these triangles holding it very solid. Okay, so the bridge is super solid now when you push it this way or this way. Okay, it won't collapse, but it will collapse if we do this. So we need a couple more pieces going from the top to maybe the side truss, and maybe the top here and going to the side over there. Now this I'm going to leave up to you. to decide how you want to do yours. Now my spare pieces are too short. That's okay. So I'm not sure if I want to go from here down to the corner. Let's do that. So I need a new piece. I'm going to go from, let's see, I'm going to go from the top to this corner joint that I've made. I'm going to go from here down to there. Okay, and I need to cut that one. And you want to cut this one a little long. It's okay if you have a piece sticking out. Okay, and this is, you're going to probably need to do a lot of taping on these pieces. All right, probably a lot more than I'm doing. Okay. Now I'll put a piece up here. I'm not sure where the next bottom one's going to go. So I'm going to go right to that corner piece that we made, and I'm going to do it on a little bit of an angle, but I want to straighten my bridge out first before I do it. Okay, I want to make sure that my sides are reasonably straight. Okay, and now I'm going down to the bottom over here, and I'm taping it, and I'm wrapping it around this way. Okay, now here is where you are going to want to put at least a few pieces on it. Okay, so it's getting there, right? It's getting there. Now I need one more, and I want to go the opposite way this time over here. Okay, back to that side. Now you can also go and do across here. Actually, you know what? I'll do one on this side, and then I'll show you that. I'll put this one here because I can use it again. Now I want to attach it to the one on that side. So I'm going to wrap it around here. Okay, and I've run out of long tape. That's okay. So this one, the length isn't as important on these. What's really important is that they're secure, because these are going to carry a lot of the stress of the bridge. Okay, so now if I do this, it's actually not bad. It's much better than it was. Okay, and it's a taller bridge, so it might need a few more pieces. So I'm going to suggest, and I'll do one real quick to show you on one side, is you can cross over. Okay, so you can go like this and do another one. All right, let's do one quick one, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, because the more triangles you have, as many of you know, the stronger your structure will be. Okay, and the easier it will be to hold a load on your bridge. So here we go. Let's do one more on the side. Okay, so this part of it is pretty strong. Now this piece, now you will have to adjust it. Okay, you will have to put some more tape on it. You will have to, you know, adjust all the pieces here, that sort of thing. Take a little longer than we did here. Okay, this took a little less time than I hope you spend on it, because you can stop the video. Now what I want you to try to do when you're finished is, and this won't balance because I don't think my cup's too big. All right, so it holds my coffee cup, and my coffee's full. I haven't even had a drink yet. Okay, that's pretty good. Take a little more time. Put the tape on really well. Okay, add as many cross pieces as you can, and make it so that the inside is hollow enough that you could maybe lay some popsicle sticks down, maybe add a couple more supports, and you could try to push things along, right? See if you can put some animals inside. See if you can put something really heavy on the top, like a jar of something, or a plate, or maybe a full jar of peanut butter. I'm not sure. Okay, but just understand that if it does collapse, you'll have to rebuild it, okay, or fix it. But that's just kind of the way it is. Build as many bridges as you want. You can build a bigger one, you can build a longer one, you can build one so that you have one edge on the edge of a table, the other edge of a table, and you put a support on it, and see how long before the middle just collapses, okay, and see how much weight it can support, and then build it differently the next time to see if you can make it a little stronger. Okay, but this one's pretty good for a quick prototype. Lots of triangles. That's what you have to remember. Okay. And also you'll need to build more of your newspaper rolls, because we're going to do another challenge that involves quite a few of them. So I remember, I think I told you in the building video for the newspaper rolls that you probably need about 30 or 40 of them. So we used quite a few here. We used 1, we used 2, 4, maybe we used about 10 or 12. And you'll need a bunch more for another build that we're going to do. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed building our bridge, and by all means, build as many as you like, and post some videos and show us maybe how much weight you can put on yours, and or what you decide to put on it or through it. That'd be really awesome to see. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.